Well, steady as she goes, another episode of Build the Titanic is coming at you today on Brickscale Studio. Welcome back to Brickscale Studio. My name is Jeff. Thank you so much for joining me today on another episode of Build the Ship, the Legend, Titanic. So today on the scale model side, we will be concentrating more, we'll be doing some more work on the engine, and then we get another piece of hull. So we'll be getting that going, and then on the LEGO side, we continue to build up that bow section. So again, we're kind of, other than the little detour with the engine, as far as the hull pieces, we are kind of working in tandem with the LEGO version. We're building that front bow section. So let's get into the build, and we will talk about it after. Here is issue 5. Again, the magazine, amazing information in here. I would highly recommend reading through these. I found it fascinating. And then here we have our parts. Looks like we're going to be working some more on those cylinders and crankshaft for the motor and another piece of hull. Yep. All right. So with the end of issue 4, that is the last parts that we get in those blister packs. From now on, our parts come in these little boxes, and so you'll get a pack and there'll be multiple issues and parts. So you just want to look here. There's a little number right here. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but the last 3 digits are the ones you want to look for. So this one is 005. So that is the parts I need for issue 5. So we will get this open. And it looks like everything is wrapped up in little tissue paper. So here are the parts. All right, so we have a connecting shaft, and then in here we have short connecting rods, valve rods, and link sections, and then here we have a starboard bow hull section. So let me set this aside for the moment because we're going to be focusing on the engine parts here. So let me get this open. Get all those out of there. Alright, let me just get these. So we have 2 of these link sections, 2 of these valve rods, and then 4 of the short connecting rods, and then 1 of the connecting shaft. Alright, so we want to put this down just like so, and we want to take our short connecting rods, and there are little indents, and these are larger on one end and shorter on the other, smaller on the other. So we want the larger end is going to connect to the shaft. Push on just like so. All right, just like that. And now we want to turn the shaft over, like so. We want the linking rods, and these are symmetrical, so let's see. So on the 2 on the left here, let's see, we want to put that on the top. It's like they're like little ladders, so we want to put those on the top rung. And then we have our valve rods. And These are going facing up, so these might be a little tricky. All right, so we got that one on. And then this one, we'll just take our tweezer and push that on like so. And then the other one is going to go exactly the same way, just like so. So that should look just like that. Perfect. Yep. And then as far as this goes, we are not doing anything with that. So that ends issue 5. Let me set these up here for now. Let's bring over issue 6. Here we go. All right, so it looks like we're going to be working some more on the piece that we created, and then we have another piece of the hull. So here we go. And so again, we get the little box of parts, and you just want to look for that 006 at the end. All right. So we've got the upper starboard hull, or yes, the section of hull, upper bow, starboard. So I'm going to put that over here. And then we've got 2 more valve rods and 2 more link sections. So we're going to bring back the piece that we made in the last issue. And we're going to do the same. We're going to put the links on here like so. And then the exact same thing, we're going to put these on. Just like so. Just like so. Okay. And then again, we've got these all sort of lined up like that. Now we're going to bring back, I'm going to push this to the side for a second. And we're going to bring back the motor piece. And so the parts that we do not have things linked to are going to be the ones we are hooking this to. All right, and then we flip this whole thing over, and there are these little tabs that are going to press into these holes here. So we're going to press those in. Perfect. Got one stuck in here. I need to get out. All right. Okay, perfect. And then we're going to take the part that we had from the last issue and this part. And those are going to fit together just like so. And we are going to put those in with DM screws. Okay, and you are going metal into metal, so get these as tight as you can. All right, perfect. So there is that. So that is it for this episode. Let's move over to the LEGO side. Here we are on the LEGO side. So the end of last episode, we were working on this component. So today we're going to be completing steps 31 through 45. Okay, that is the end of step 45. So you can see we've added some more up here. We finished off this triangular section. There is a little note in the manual that says the construction of the Olympic and Titanic took place virtually in parallel. Both ships took 26 months to build. So that is it for the LEGO portion. Alrighty, let's recap what we've done. So that's the LEGO part. And for the partwork build, so for the LEGO portion, of course, we did this triangular, finished off this triangular section and attached that to the ship. And then for the partwork build, we attached these two pieces of hull together and we added some more details to this engine so that it now has more turning engine action. All right, so that will do it for episode 3. All right, so I think that went pretty well. This part of the engine work was a little more fussy than the last episode, but we made it through. We got that going, and we got another piece of the hull completed. So let's get into our summary really quick. So for the scale model version, we completed 8 steps and used 15 parts. For the LEGO version, we completed 20 steps and used 72 parts. So total to date, we have completed 32 steps and used 75 parts in the scale model. And for the LEGO version, we have completed 91 steps and used 320 parts. All right, so we are just chugging right along. Again, I kind of sound like a broken record, but I enjoy the fact that we're kind of with the hull sections, we're sort of mirroring what we're doing on the scale model side, also on the LEGO side. So that's very interesting. So remember to like, share, subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And be sure to hit that notification bell, which will notify you of new videos like we have coming up on Saturday with the 1966 Batmobile. And also on Tuesday with our Optimus Prime build. So that is proving to be a challenging yet super fun build. It's very satisfying completing those steps on that one because it's a little different format. But until we see each other again, happy building, take care, be kind to each other, and I'll see you soon.